What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and welcome back to part 2 of our Breaching the Web Server. This is part of the big playlist that I've been building out, and today is all about continuing our access to our web server that we found on the first video. So let's get right into it. All right, so in the last video, we ended here, right? We established our Chizu client within our web server to talk to our Kali. And this is our second session. Beautiful. So let's open up Firefox within Kali because we need to do a couple of things within Firefox so we can see if we're able to access that web server within Kali behind the scenes without being noticed. Within the address bar, we're going to type in the following: about:config, and we're going to hit enter. You're going to get this. Don't worry about it. Just say accept the risk and continue. And it's going to load this up. Beautiful. Now, the preference name that you're going to type in would be the following. From here, it's set by default number 5. We're going to click on the pencil and we're going to change it to 1. Now, click on the check to accept the changes or hit enter. Beautiful. Now, the next preference name that we're going to be changing would be the following. And we need to make a couple of changes here. Now, for socks, the first option, let's click on the pencil and we're going to type in the loopback, the IP address of our Kali, which would be the following. Excellent. Hit enter or just click on the check mark. I'm going to hit enter. And the other command that we're going to change would be socks port. So click on the pencil and we're going to change it to 9050 because that's what we've been using throughout the playlist. So I'm going to hit enter here. Everything else, keep it the same. And what we're going to do is open up a new tab within Firefox. And within here, let's type in the IP address of the web server. So whatever IP address that we got from the nmap, we're going to enter it here and just hit enter. And it loads up. Yes, it loads up a website with a username and password, prompt. So remember, we got that note that was a base 64-bit string. We decoded and it gave us some information, which was this. Let's enter this information into that website to see what happens. Admin, the password, hit login. Now, Firefox, again, and when you enter username and password, it wants you to save it. But look, this is the information that we got within that base 64 decode. And bam, I'm just going to say not now for now, or you could just click save if you want. And it allows me to upload internal documents. So you could do a lot of damage here. Sometimes behind the scenes, the website is very limited of what type of files you are able to upload. But for this scenario, I'm going to be uploading a ASPX file. Ooh, interesting. So let's head over to our terminal, which is our foothold that we have on our web server. And within here, I am going to click on session and I'm going to click on new tab. Now we're going to be creating a payload. Now the payload is a ASPX type payload that we're going to upload it into the web server and eventually run it so we can have system privileges to it to do whatever we need to do. So I'm going to be using MSF Venom and we're going to be using the reverse TCP. The port is going to be 4445. The local host would be the Kali virtual machine IP address. It is a 64-bit flavor. Windows. The format, again, is going to be an ASPX and the name of the file. I mean, you're able to call it whatever you want, but I gave it the following. I'm going to hit enter, and there it goes. There goes our shell or our payload. Now, within our payload, we need to make some changes where I'm going to be making modifications to the permissions. So I'm going to be using chmod 777, and I'm going to hit enter. Great. Now, let's establish a netcat session. And the netcat session, I'm going to type in the following. I'm going to be using 4445 because that is the port that I provided within my payload. So I'm going to hit enter here. Now, right now it is listening. So once I establish or run this payload from the web server, when we go back here, I should have a command prompt to do whatever I need to do behind the scenes, which is awesome. So let's head over to the website. Let's click on browse. Let's locate our payload. My payload was located in the home tab, and there goes the payload. I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to click on upload. File was uploaded. That's crazy. Can't believe that this website allowed me to upload this particular file. A lot of websites don't allow you to do this, but again, this is a lab just to show you guys what happens behind the scenes. Now, because I have direct access to the web server, let's go inside the web server. This is the web server, and I am going to navigate to where that particular file was dropped into, which was here. Now, you don't know this as a person that never have access directly to the server. You don't know this. You just have access behind the scenes. But eventually, I'm going to show you guys how to scan the web server within your side to actually find this location so we can run it. So stay tuned. And there goes our file. And I'm going to end it here. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.